let's learn the left hand for the third page of Waltz. Now, we're going to start off continuing a phrase several times, because our right hand is doing these chords. Right? And so our left hand is actually going to do the same phrase for 4 measures. And it does have pedal. So we're going to start with our left hand thumb on E flat above middle C. Now this is a dotted quarter note, followed by an eighth, followed by a quarter. So here's how it sounds. E flat, then 3-finger C, then 2-finger D flat. And then we do it again. Now you may hear me playing the E flat louder than I do the others, because they do have an accent mark on the E flat, the first note of every measure here. So 4 times, like that. That's the first 4 measures of the page. Then when we finish that, we're going to go into a series where we're playing 2 note chords, and they keep going down, just half steps at a time. So the first one we're going to start with has our thumb on the F above middle C, and our 2-finger on E flat below that. There's only one of those. Then it's going to have us move down a half a step with each note. So they suggest that we play the remainder with our 2 and our 3-finger. Our 2-finger will be on E above middle C. The 3-finger will be on D above middle C. And we play that twice. And they're actually accenting every other chord. So the first one, the F and the E flat, was accented. And then the second one is not. And then the third one is. And then we're going to move down. This is the last measure of the first line. And all of these chords are quarter notes, by the way, and match with the right hand doing its quarter note chords. So we started off, sorry, I'm backtracking a little bit too much. We started off with the F and E flat, played once. Then we have our 2 and 3-finger on the E and D, played twice. Then we're scooching down another half step. We'll have our 2-finger on E flat and our 3-finger on D flat, right above middle C, played twice, the second one accented. Scooch down another half step. 2-finger on D above middle C, 3-finger on middle C, played twice. This is going to put us over to the second line, and the second one is accented. Scooch down again. 2-finger will be on D flat, 3-finger will be on C flat, which of course is B, but that's how they write it. Played twice, second one accented. That finishes the first measure of the second line. Then we go down another half step. 2-finger will be on middle C, 3-finger will be on B flat, play it twice, accent the second. And then scooch down again another half step, 2-finger on B, 3-finger on A. We play it twice, but this time, the second time we play it, we just hold it. This is the third measure of the second line, and this is a dotted half note, fills up the whole measure, and it's tied to another dotted half note, which fills up the next measure after that. So we hold this for 6 counts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We do have the pedal on this particular part, and this is while our right hand is playing the right. And then to finish out the second line, our left hand will play thumb on D sharp above middle C and a 3 finger on B below middle C. And that's just going to be held for another 6 counts. It's a dotted half note tied to another dotted half note. And that's while your right hand is playing the. Now I'm going to play the first 2 lines so you can hear how they sound with the left hand. Here's how it goes. We go back to the same thing that we have done before on the first page. We will recognize it. More gents. So it's this part that sounds like, right? But we will go through the left hand just to make sure we've got that. So here we are on the 3rd line of the 3rd page. Our left hand starts with the little finger on E below middle C. These are all quarter note chords. The first one is legato. The second 2 are staccato. Now you can use your middle pedal with this because we have a combination of legato and staccato. Or if you don't have a middle pedal, you can just hold the first note and then bounce the second 2. Now it does say on the music, it wants the pedal to extend from the first note to the second chord. So you can tell that they want that note, that sound of the first note to continue until after you play the staccato second chord. So, alright, so we've got the E, and then we're going to play our staccato chords. Thumb on B, 3 finger, G sharp, played twice. Then we're going to have our little finger on F, and we're going to play thumb on D sharp, 2 finger on B, back to the E with our little finger, and the B and G sharp, and then F, and the D sharp and B. Back to the E, B and G sharp, and then the F, B and D sharp, and then on the 4th line, we're going to do a different one. We'll start with our little finger on A, below middle C, and then we're going to play with our 2 and 3 finger, D sharp and C sharp, and then we'll play our thumb on E and our 3 finger on C sharp, and then it's going to keep walking up in the next measure. These are going to be all staccato quarter note chords, and they keep getting bigger. So the second measure starts with our thumb on F, 3 fingers still on C sharp, and then thumb goes to F sharp, 3 fingers still on C sharp, then thumb on G, 3 fingers still on C sharp. Then we put our little finger back on A, that's legato, and then we're going to play our thumb on G sharp and our 3 finger on C sharp, followed by thumb on G, 3 finger C sharp, little finger plays legato A again, and then we're going to have our thumb on G, 3 finger C sharp, and then we'll have our thumb on F sharp, 3 finger C sharp. Little finger back to A, legato, thumb on F sharp, 3 finger on C sharp, and then thumb on F, 3 fingers C sharp, little finger back to legato A, thumb on E, 3 fingers C sharp, followed by, you can play your 2 finger D and 3 finger C sharp. It sounds weird, I know. Oh, D sharp, sorry. 2 finger playing D sharp and 3 finger playing C sharp. And then we're going to move our hand down for the last measure of the fourth line. Our little finger will be on D sharp, legato, followed by our thumb playing C sharp, and our two finger can play A, and these are two staccato chords repeated. Then we play the little finger. This is on the fifth line. Our little finger on D sharp again, legato, followed by the same chord, C sharp with the thumb, two finger on A, twice. Then we're going to scooch our little finger down to play C sharp below middle C, legato, and then we have our thumb on B, two finger G sharp, played twice. Then we're going to scooch our little finger up to play D sharp, legato, and our one and our two finger will play the same chord twice, B on top, G sharp on the bottom. Then we have our little finger scooch up one more to E below middle C. Then we can have our thumb play B and our three finger play G sharp. Then our little finger scooches up to F below middle C. Then our thumb will play D sharp and our two finger will play B. This is staccato, repeated chords twice. Little finger goes back to E. Then we play thumb on B, three finger G sharp, repeat twice. Little finger plays F, legato. Then we go back to the thumb on D sharp, two finger on B, repeated twice. So I'm going to play line 3, line 4, and line 5 with our left hand. Okay, and I'll do another video where we put the hands together. So that is the end of the left hand for the third page.